Hey, welcome to a flexibility flow series where you just get to turn on the TV and follow me and work your way to some more flexibility. Before we get started, just get a mat, get some open space, make sure that your floor is a safe place to train, have some water available and a towel, and we're ready to go. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna start on the floor. So take your time getting down to the floor, work your way into a position that feels comfortable. We're just gonna bring our way down to our back. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna unlock our pelvis, our hips, and our lower back before we get you moving up on your knees and to your feet. So here we go. We set it up, we bring our feet together, and we're just gonna very gently rock our legs to one side. If you need to use your hand to help get them up and over, that's okay. We're gonna rock to the other side. And the key to this whole exercise series is to just relax, to not feel like you have to force anything, not feel like you're in a rush to get anywhere because you're not, and just let your body open up. We're starting to breathe, so when this comes down to the side, we fill those ribs up with some air, we let them out, we use our abs, we engage a little bit to bring those legs up and over. We let them fall to the other side as we get long through this part of our body here. The beauty of these stretches, when we wring ourselves out, we call it, or we twist through our body, is we get so much good work through the whole body, through the flexibility of the body. If you want to add a little bit here, you can just grab the leg, which helps pull that apart from the hip, from the low back, from the shoulder. We're trying to keep that shoulder down. If you don't have neck issues, you can turn your head a little bit to the side. Just let that open up. You can go either way. Then we're gonna bring it back to the other side. And like I said, right now we're just preparing you and getting your body ready to go for a cool little flow that I really love. This one that we do on our backs on the floor is one of my favorite, most peaceful flows, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. And we're gonna transition into that right now. So we'll just straighten our legs out. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our knee up so that it's bent. We're gonna roll over to the side. We're gonna let our leg fall long. So we're gonna try to get our foot to the ground. If your shoulder has to follow right now, that's okay. If you need to put a pillow under your head or you wanna use your hand to support your head and your neck, you can do that as well. We're gonna let this sit here. And then as you feel comfortable, we're gonna try to bring the shoulders and the chest away from that foot that's on the floor, and you should start to feel a really good stretch through the top of your leg, through your glutes, right up through your side. If it feels comfortable, take a big breath in, let the air go. And a lot of times just by working your breath with a stretch, it tells your brain you're safe and it's okay to stop guarding and getting tight and protecting things when it doesn't have to. The brain's just trying to keep us safe, but that's what ultimately creates us getting tight and not being able to move well anymore because we guard things we don't need to. We can open the arm if we need to, and I'm showing you this flow to let you stretch here for a minute because now we're gonna start to move with it. From this position, we can bend the knee, you can support your hand to help the leg go over if you need to. Head stays down, shoulders stay down. We're gonna let that leg come all the way out to the side, and we're gonna work on keeping this hip down toward the ground. So trying to keep our backside toward the ground, and we're not putting a ton of force into that or trying to fight that. We just don't want it to fold open and follow that knee too much. So sometimes that's the best way to realize where you want it to go. You actually let it follow, and then we pull back away from it, keeping this knee down, and that's really gonna help open up the inside of our thighs, our adductors, a nice big stretch through here in our hip flexors. Shoulders are down, heads down, breathing. And then we're gonna take this leg, we're gonna bring it right up here toward our chest. We're gonna hold it here for a second. If that's not comfortable, you can come underneath the knee. We're keeping that leg what we call active, which means I'm just very lightly pushing that heel away from my body as I'm separating my hips and bringing this up toward my shoulder. Now here, I want you to take a big deep breath. And then we ask for a little bit more from it. Now we're gonna extend that leg up to where you feel comfortable. And this is where you're gonna feel a little hamstring, a little calf. We're gonna pump the toes like we're nice and gently pushing down a gas pedal and then pulling our foot back off of it. So we're gonna pump that. And then we're gonna gently bring that foot and send it out. Now let's hit the other side. We're gonna go half time, and then we're gonna go do a flow series through both sides. So remember, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this leg up and over. We're gonna roll if we need to. We get settled first. We come back if we can and bring this shoulder down to the ground. We take a breath there. And the cool thing about this flexibility series is also, it's gonna help you find areas that are tighter than the other. So if one area or one side is tighter than the other side, then you get to pause me and you just stay there a little bit longer. Take some more breaths, let that open up. We give that some more work so that we can let that catch up to the side that's more flexible, or maybe if we have to train strength, we work a little more on that side to catch up to the side that's stronger. So we work on those imbalances and give them some extra attention. So from here, remember, we're gonna bend that knee, support. We're gonna bring that up, come right over to the side. That arm can go out. It can stay down on the floor, wherever you're comfortable. This hip stays down. This leg is open. Take a big breath. And the breaths we really like are these reset breaths, where you keep your mouth closed, your tongue is up behind your teeth, and you're gonna breathe in through your nose, and like there's a cylinder, a round cylinder inside your core. You wanna get it longer this way, and you wanna expand it this way. So the ribs move, the chest moves, and everything is trying to open up. So those are the breaths you're looking for. And as you breathe out, you try to get a little bit more of the stretch. We're gonna come up, support, we bring it here. Remember, hands on top, hands underneath if you need it. Just relax. This is your time to just enjoy your day, to be quiet, to just think about things that make you happy, to think about the things you're grateful for. This is what this workout's all about. And the flexibility is important, but sometimes this just undistracted stillness is what is the best for our fitness, for our minds, for our hearts. It makes us better for everybody else from here and for ourselves to enjoy this life. You guys have worked hard to get to this place in your life, and now's the time for you to enjoy that hard work and go out and do the things you want to do in life. And flexibility is a really important part of that picture. We got that nice slow pump, gets a bigger stretch in here, and you hold your leg where it feels comfortable. We're gonna lower under control. Okay, so now we're gonna go through a quicker flow with those stretch patterns, and you just flow your way through it and feel it, just feel good. So here we go, follow along. We're gonna bring that leg up and over, we rotate. That arm opens if you can, head can look away if you want. Big breath in through the rib cage. We flow right up and over to the side. We bring the knee out. This one stays down. Your head is down. Your shoulders are down. You're taking that breath. You're there for a pause. Then we're going to flow right up into pulling that knee in toward your shoulder. The other leg is active and long. Underneath, if you need to grab it, that's fine. We extend the heel up. Pull the toe down. We pump the gas pedal a couple times. And then we're gonna let that leg fall. We're gonna flow right in. Other leg comes over. Once you guys get used to this pattern, you will be able to just seamlessly roll in and out of them, and it's gonna feel so good. The flow is as important as the stretch. So watch this one. I just come and I flow right through. Leg comes out. My arm goes out to the side because I like it there. That other leg is straight. Hips down, hold, breath. Bring that knee up, head is just relaxed in the floor. Feel that open, long active leg on the ground. Let that come apart, extend up. Couple toe pumps up and down. Try to get that bigger stretch, let that leg fall. Okay, from here, we're gonna bring ourselves up. We're just gonna do a quick series on our knees and a quick series on our feet, and you're on your day. So the one we're gonna do here is just quadruped. Now, if you have some knee issues, I like to do this anyway. I put a towel rolled up, or I put pillows under my knees, or pads. If you have pads, we should always be protecting our joints. Why not? If you have it, we do it. So we support ourselves, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're just gonna come here. It's a nice, easy cat. So we pull in, we let our body extend out, and then we're gonna rock back a little bit, and we're gonna step up. Use your hands. We're gonna step up into this position. Now, to help yourself here, you can put some books on the ground, you can put some pillows here, you can put a yoga block so that you can support yourself higher to get up, to help you get forward. When we get to this position, I just want you to start to Lightly let this knee come forward. Heel stays down on this foot. This back leg back here is going to be opening up. So we're getting some nice stretch through the hip flexor here. We're getting some nice stretch through the hamstring. This exercise works so much. We take a breath, we try to sink in a little deeper, and as I sink in, I'm active with my backside on this side of my body. So I'm gonna squeeze my butt cheeks a little bit, like I'm just trying to hold a nut between them, which is the only way that I can give you that cue. Just a little bit of a squeeze to turn those glutes on, like make a light fist with them. Push the hips down. That helps release the other muscle on the other side. Then we're just gonna bring ourselves up to top right here. And we're just gonna get a nice, easy reach. And if you come here with your hands, that's fine. We'll take it right there. We're gonna hold for 1, 2, 3 count. I'm gonna find my way back down to the ground. Hands replace the floor. I'm gonna bring my knee around. We're gonna reset. Now we're gonna do the same thing we just did on the other side. So it's cat, head falls, pull the belly button up into the spine. Let that back open up. Just breathe. Feel relaxed. Walk the hands out a little bit. We drop the belly button, let the hips come up, a little bit of an arch in the back. If you have any pain, you stay away from pain. If you can move into a little more movement every time, you go for it. We rock back just a little to help us with the momentum to bring that leg up. We find this position, we set up in it. If we gotta have our hands elevated, we do. We're gonna sit here, let this open up. It's just such a beautiful exercise. It works so much. If it's not right for you, it's not right for you. But if it is, and you do this on a consistent basis, you are gonna feel better at the end of this series. However long you follow me, I'll be here every day. And this is something you can do almost every day. So just come back and see me and invest in yourself because you're worth it. Squeeze that a little bit, make a fist, try to get a little more, add it to your breath. If you're feeling good at some point down the line and you wanna add just a little bit of rotation to it, keep that shoulder down, lead with your eyes. You can let that nice rotation happen through your body. That's up to you. We're gonna bring the foot back. Now we're gonna flow through it one time. We get to top and you're on your way. So we're here. We're cat, we're cow. We're gonna drop. We're gonna come up. We're gonna sit in this, hand on, hand inside, whatever feels right for you. Eyes find a point out in front of you on the ground. Big breath. Squeeze the glute, push that body forward. If you want to add that rotation, go for it. Now we're going to come back out of that. We're going to reach, which I don't think I gave you on the other leg, but we're going to double it up right here. And we're going to come down. We're going to swing through. Cat, cow, drop, get the momentum, swing up. Got that reach, sit in that, squeeze that glute, take a breath, let your body sink toward the floor. Eyes find that point out in front of you. Get that rotation if you want. We'll push back, get up nice and tall. That's the key, extending this hip tall from the floor. Just gonna reach up if you can. If not, we're gonna just go hands wherever they feel comfortable for you. But it's really about getting long through here and getting that little bit of a stretch through that part of our body. We take a breath, we hold. We're gonna put our hand on the ground and then we're gonna step up to top and we're just gonna finish at the top of the exercise right here. So we have 3 patterns for you at top and you're gonna be done. First one, we're gonna do a side step and the arms come right over your midline to the other side of your body. So that's what the pattern is. Now, if the step doesn't work for you, there's a little bit of coordination there. Just start with a wider base and just get used to just right there. It's a little bit of a squeeze in this muscle, a little bit of a stretch through that rib cage and up through our lats and into our triceps. But the move really goes like this. So we're gonna step, swing, we're gonna do 8. There's 2, eyes stay forward, becomes a real rhythmic movement. Once you get this, foot stays flat, knee comes forward, hips go back. So we don't want the knee going out to the side. Here we go. We're gonna do a couple more. We got 1, still reaching. Use those hands to help support each other and help lift those shoulders through the top. We got 8 there. Now we're gonna step into a forward step and rotate, and we come back. If you need to be near a wall so that you have some support, you can go ahead and do that. But it's that step. Eyes lead, they stay on the horizon. There's 5, 6. Now I'm gonna show you a little trick as you follow me. As I come forward, you can stay here, push that heel down, and then come back. By pushing that heel down, you're gonna get more of a stretch through your calf on the backside. You can catch up with me later. You can play this a bunch of times, so you're gonna be with me when we get there. The last thing we're gonna do is a side step. We kind of did this pattern. One arm's out, one arm's down. This helps support us. Knee doesn't go out to the side. We come here, and then we come up to top. Here, and then we come up to top. So we're gonna do 5 on one side. Heel stays on the ground. You go as deep as you're comfortable, no deeper. And if you feel better, a couple weeks down the line, then you go a little deeper. Hips sit back, heels stay down, chest stays up. Let's do one more, stay with me. And we come up to top, and then we're gonna hit the other side. So we're gonna come out to the side, up to top. Arm goes out, little coordination right there. And what we're working on here, so many things, but a big stretch inside the leg, little balance at the top, little stretch here. We got 4, sitting back, make sure that heel stays down and that butt goes back. Chest stays up. Now, if you follow us, if you do this flexibility workout before your exercises, after your workouts, a couple times a week, use the parts you like. If you want to use the floor flow, if you want to use the one on the knees, if you want to use standing, you can break it up into pieces. You can play it all together. I'll be here for you. We'll get you moving and get you feeling better.